So as you might have heard already, the new PS4 jailbreak is out for 11.0, and in this video I'm just going to show you guys what that does. I'm going to give you a simple explanation for the 11.0 jailbreak because, you know, there's a new way to jailbreak it. They're always going to come up with a new way around things. And I'm going to show you guys my PS4, which is jailbroken on firmware 11.0. Yes, I'm wearing a hat today. I haven't got a haircut in a while, and so I decided to try something different and just put on a hat instead of getting a haircut. So yeah, so I got my notes right here. I'm not going to show you guys how to jailbreak it. I'll give you a simple explanation of how it's done, but I'm not going to really show you guys how to do it. And I'm just going to show you guys what a jailbroken PS4 does altogether. So the new jailbreak is on the PS4 software update 11.0. The last one was 9.0. My PS4 was stuck on 9.03, which is only one update off. Yeah, so imagine how I felt. So I had to wait about 2-3 years. So just left my PS4. You know, first thing I did was I turned off the internet connection, turned off automatic updates, unplugged it, had it in my closet for like 2-3 years. Bought a Series X, and I was just been working on my computer for a long time, doing videos, whatever you do, you know. I pretty much just forgot about it till this day. I thought about it. I was like, oh hey, I should probably bring out my PlayStation 4. I wonder when they're going to come out with the new jailbreak, or if they have. And I saw that they're working on a jailbreak for 11.0. 11.0 came out. Been working on my PlayStation ever since. I'm pretty much done working on my PlayStation now. Like, now I could just enjoy it, just play games on it, do what it do, you know. The only thing that we're waiting to get updated, I would say, is the Apollo save tool, which is like so you could edit save files and things like that, which I'll get into in a bit. But yeah, so this jailbreak works through a exploit in the Ethernet cable. So pretty much, to put it into simple terms, you plug in an Ethernet cable to your computer, other side to your PS4, and you jailbreak it doing that. The only strange thing about this one is if you turn off your PS4, like completely shut it down, or if you unplug it, it removes the jailbreak. So that's like the only weird thing. But if you put it in rest mode, it stays there. So that's cool. It's really not that big of an issue for me personally, which you guys will notice. I do have like if you guys are looking at the gameplay footage, because I'm gonna record some gameplay footage and whatnot, you guys are probably like, okay, why does this guy have his HDMI cable and his power cable like sticking out towards us and his PlayStation facing sideways? That's because like if I ever need to like, if it accidentally turns off, the power goes out, you never know, you know, I could just easily pull out my PlayStation 4, you know, to get it closer to my computer, and then run the LAN cable and run the exploit. And yeah, it's really not that big of a deal. Just all my game backups are still on there. But if the jailbreak gets removed or my PlayStation 4 turns off, it'll show the little lock symbol. So I can't run a game, but it's already installed, you know, it's on the PlayStation. All you have to do is run the jailbreak again, you unlock everything again, you can run all your games. So it's really no big deal to me. I know it might be an inconvenience for other people, but don't worry guys, it's still a new jailbreak, so they're still coming out with new things. For example, they've already figured out a way to do it from a phone. They've already figured a way to do it from a TV, from a Wi-Fi router, using a LAN cable. So there's new things coming out every day. And the script is still being improved every day. Enough rambling about that, but the highlight of this video is to show you guys what a jailbroken PS4 can do if you guys haven't already. Because I even posted on my story, you know, that, you know, it's working on 11.0, blah, blah. And a couple of people asked me like, oh, what, like, you know, what does that do? What does a jailbreak do? So I'm going to be showing that. At the end of this video, I actually want to do something I haven't done on any of my jailbreaking videos, but I'm going to go through my game collection too. So I'm going to go through each game and just pretty much just name them out, you know, why I have it and whatnot, what's cool about it. So the number one thing you can do with a jailbroken PS4 and with any console ever that you could jailbreak is play game backups. We all know that. So on a PS4, you could play game backups, so PS4 backups, and technically you can play some PS3 backups if you think about it, because a lot of games that came out on the PS3 came out also on the PS4, so you could technically play like a handful of PS3 games too. For example, I mean, God of War 3 remastered. What else? I would say Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I have that one. That one came out on the PS3. You know, things like that. They got re-released for the PS4. You could play PS2 games as well. And the thing with PS2 games is, as you all know, I'm sure you guys, if you guys have owned a PS4 before, on the market, on the online market, you could buy like Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, which is a PS2 title, but they somehow like ported it to the PS4. So pretty much the jailbreaking community, the people that work on these hacks, they found a way to get similar to what I mentioned in my Xbox 360 video, which is hacked backwards compatibility. So pretty much you could play any PS2 title on the PS4, but not all of them have great compatibility. Some of them have a lot of bugs. Not all of them are playable. So there's a list somebody made on Wikipedia that lists out all the games, and it says what's playable, what's not, what has issues and what doesn't. And then it also notes the ones that were like already officially released by PlayStation. For example, I got God of War 1 and 2 from the PlayStation 2. On the compatibility list, it says playable, good. I got Godfather as well, and it says on the compatibility list it's playable. Another thing that they're working on is PlayStation 1 games coming to it. So PlayStation 1 games too, I don't have any on mine because I'm not really like, I have a PlayStation 1 and I have some PlayStation 1 games that I sold, like Tekken 3, some other Resident Evil. I just don't have any like PlayStation 1 titles that I'd be interested in playing, so I don't have any on my PlayStation. You can also do PSP games, which is pretty cool. I personally have no use for it either, except for maybe the God of War game, like maybe the God of War that came out on PSP maybe. And then here's another thing too, and even though we are able to run emulators, which I'll get to later down the list on the PlayStation 4, like hackers and modders, they found like they started porting games onto like for example, you could play Mario 64 on the PS4, but they somehow like ported it to be a PlayStation 2 game. So it's like a PlayStation 2 game. So it's like you could play it without using an emulator, which is pretty cool. They had other GameCube games on there too. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I saw them do GameCube games and N64 games that they ported. They made like an unofficial PlayStation 2 port that you could download as a fake package file and install it on your PlayStation. So that's pretty cool. Run it as a backup too. So there's technically GameCube and N64 games without using an emulator. So not only can you have game backups, but you'll also have the update files. You can also still download the updates and the DLCs too. Now, why is this such a big deal? Because when you jailbreak, I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but when you jailbreak your PS4, you can't actually connect to PlayStation services anymore because you'll get instantly banned. You could connect to the internet, but you can't update your PlayStation. Your PlayStation will stay stuck on 11.0. Who cares? No big deal. You know, me in my case, I have no reason to connect to the PlayStation services. First of all, I don't even have any friends to play with. Second of all, I never even like playing online. Last time I played online was when I updated my PlayStation to 9.03 because some of my friends wanted to play GTA 5 once in a blue moon, and then we played it for like an hour and never played it again. And so that sucks. I know you guys are probably thinking, oh, like, does it really matter? Because, you know, now the new jailbreak came out, so I guess it all worked out, right? Well, technically not, because see, as I've been mentioning, like, guys, don't worry, you know, it's the 11.0 jailbreak just came out, they're working on it. See, if I would have stayed on 9.0, the 9.0 update, that update and that jailbreak has been out for years now, so it's way more stable than the 11.0, but it is what it is at the end of the day. I guess, you know, I still got what I wanted. But yeah, you can't play online anymore. You can't. That's why I was like making such a big deal about my Nintendo Wii in my last video, because if you jailbreak the Nintendo Wii or the Wii U, you can play online again, which is crazy. Like, it's crazy to me, which is crazy too now, because back then it was free, man. You could just play like 3DS, the Wii U, you could just play for free. But nowadays you gotta pay for like PSN, Xbox Live, Nintendo Switch started charging too, which is, it's so stupid, bro. You know, we should be able to do that for free, but it is what it is. Then a quick little feature that I'll go through really quick is, you know, you could add an FPS counter. You have like a debug menu, kinda. You could add an FPS counter. It'll list out like all your CPU information, like what your temperatures are at, what the usage is at. I personally don't have any use for any of those except for the FPS counter, because I like to see what games are in 60 and what games are in 30. I'll kind of explain it when I'm going through my game collection, because I always personally prefer 60. I would personally prefer 60 FPS at a lower resolution than 30 FPS at a higher resolution. I always like that smooth game. Now patches. So I was gonna, before I hop into the cheat codes, because you know I love cheat codes, everybody does. This is something new that I've never really experienced on a jailbroken console, but the PS4 has patches. And when I say patches, I'm not talking about like a game update. I'm talking about patches. Pretty much, let's say there's a game. I know Bloodborne is known for this. The PT Silent Hill demo, Crash Bandicoot, and or God of War even, Marvel Spider-Man, the God of War 2018 and God of War Ragnarok. They have patches that pretty much unlock the FPS because those games are locked at 30 frames per second, but there's patches that unlock it to 60 FPS. Now, does it run at a solid 60? Of course not, because that's not what the game was meant to do. And then they have other patches that are like, you know, skip the intro. You know, when you load up a game and it'll say, you know, I don't know, Activision or whatever, it skips that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, a little short topic, but I thought it was cool because I've never seen anything like that on a jailbroken console. Then going on to our cheat codes. So we got cheat codes on PlayStation 4 games. Just any game that is supported has cheat codes. So that's pretty cool. God of War Ragnarok has it, and I know God of War 2 has it for the PlayStation 2 port. So, you know, that's not just restricted to PS4 games only, but it also goes down to, you know, PS2 games as well. Yeah, not really too much to mention there, just cheat codes. You know, I'll show you guys some cheat codes, some quick gameplay footage of some cheat codes. You know, it's nothing new that you guys haven't heard already. And then also I have heard, I know from that video from Damn It Jeff, who said he was using cheat codes on God of War on the PlayStation 4. Then he transferred his save file up to the PlayStation 5. Even though the PlayStation 5 jailbreak just came out, let's say you can't jailbreak your PlayStation 5, so that's pretty cool. You could get like a hacked save, you know, on your PlayStation 5 using a jailbroken PlayStation 4. And then we got save editors, so we can do save files, you know, edit our saves, do whatever we want to them. We're actually still waiting on that application. It's called Apollo Save Tool. It's actually by the same guy who made the cheat codes application. Pretty much, we're just waiting that to get updated so it could be compatible with 11.0. But I thought I'd still mention it because it's like, it's a must-have tool, so I know for a fact it's going to get updated eventually. But yeah, you could have edited save files and whatnot. For example, you could download like 100% completion save file for God of War 2018. Now, some people, like I said in my Nintendo Wii video, some people might say that ruins the fun. I disagree, because let's say God of War 2018, I'll complete the story mode and just the story mode, but then I'll download like 100% completion save file and then apply that, because that could help you get all the trophies too. Now, obviously these trophies, you know, they won't apply to your PSN because we can't connect to the internet, but still it's pretty cool, you know, because you could unlock all the trophies and have 100% completion save file. Just oddly satisfying to have. Or let's say you have a game like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 or Street Fighter and you don't have all the characters unlocked or none of that. Personally, I'd rather just download a save file, unlock all the characters and all the character variants and costumes and whatnot in, you know, 90 seconds instead of just wasting my time you know, playing the game and unlocking everything, which will take hours. If I play a game like Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, I don't really want to play the story mode. I just want to like fight, or especially if I have my cousin over or somebody over, my family, my girlfriend, whatever it may be. I want to have all the characters unlocked and, you know, so we could choose from anything, any map, any character. Then moving on, emulators. Of course, there's emulators. I would recommend watching Damn It Jeff's video. I'm pretty sure he ran like the Wii U emulator and played like Mario Kart 8 on his PlayStation 4. You know, like I said, I'm not a big fan of emulators, so I don't have any on my PlayStation 4. Emulators, you guys should know by now, you could run emulators on any jailbroken console, you know. But like I said, I'm not a big fan, so I don't have any on mine, so I can't really show you guys. Then custom themes, I'm sure you guys probably already saw by now. I don't know if have shown, I know obviously I haven't edited the footage yet, but I've probably shown, you know, my menu, my PlayStation 4 menu. You could download custom themes, and the tool that would allow you to make a custom theme hasn't been updated yet to 11.0, but I'm sure it will eventually. But other than that, you know, PlayStation 4 already had custom themes, so you could download those again. And then that's really it for, you know, as far as me talking. So pretty much what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to show you guys my game collection, something I've never done on any of my other jailbreaking videos. If you guys were only interested in seeing what the PlayStation 4 could do, then you guys could stop watching here, or you could keep watching, you know, my game collection. But thank you guys so much for watching. You guys are incredibly supportive always. I definitely am blessed to have a very good fan base. You know, you guys reach out to me on Instagram, Discord all the time, which, by the way, if you guys have any questions about this video or anything, whether it's about, because I know this channel that I have mainly focuses on fashion, but I also love to jailbreak consoles and work on consoles. You know, I know how to take all this stuff apart, you know, down to its bolts and put it back together. You know, I'm a nerd. A lot of people don't know I'm like low-key a nerd. So I do like to talk about this stuff too. But if you guys have any questions, reach out to me on Instagram, here in the comment section too. The reason I like to say reach out to me on Instagram though is because on the YouTube Studio, I can see your guys' comments. It'll list every comment I haven't replied to. But once I reply to it, it won't show me if you guys reply to my reply. So in case that happens, just hit me up on Instagram or Discord or Snapchat or whatever it may be. I reply to everybody's comments. You know, on Instagram, I follow people back. You guys show love, I show love back, you know, no worries. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully this video doesn't end up being too long, but thank you guys. Love you guys. Take it easy. And yeah, God bless you guys. Thank you. Yeah, so for any of you who are still interested in watching at this point, I'm just going to go through my game collection and, you know, just name out each game and, you know, just briefly, you know, talk about it. Right here, we got the Apollo save tool. I have it, waiting for it to get updated. Cheats manager, you know, these aren't games. They're just kind of just software. Then right here, we have the Godfather for the PlayStation 2. I remember I had this on my Xbox original. Definitely a very, very good game. Then I don't know why, but this game for some reason thinks that it's 170 gigabytes, even though it's like 4. So I don't know why my PlayStation thinks that, but it does. Then moving on, we got Madden 25. You know, obviously a must-have. First of all, we gotta have a Madden game. You know, then what Madden game are we gonna have? Obviously the best one, which is Madden 25. Then we got Transformers: Rise of the Dark Spark. I don't know if I've actually ever mentioned this, but I'm actually a huge Transformers fan. So yeah, obviously I had to have some Transformers games. Obviously, you know, the best Transformers game was Transformers the video game from like the PlayStation 2 and Xbox 360. But it was not very compatible for the PlayStation 4, so I decided just not to get it. Then we got Ratchet and Clank, the PlayStation 4 exclusive, or I don't know if it's exclusive to the PlayStation 4 specifically, but I know it's a PlayStation exclusive. Then we got Monopoly Plus. You know, it's a must-have, you know, Monopoly go-to game when your friends come over. So I just figured I'd throw it in there. You know, I've always loved Monopoly when I was a little kid, so I obviously had to have it just because, you know, the video game was like such a trip to me because it's like, damn, we don't got to set up the board or nothing or like worry about counting the cash or whatever. It's just all there for you. So I always thought that was so cool. Then obviously we got the legendary PT Silent Hill demo. My opinion, definitely the best horror game that ever came out, and it was only a demo. This game is more so like infamous now because I guess the full game never came out. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And this is also actually a PlayStation exclusive as well. Actually a PlayStation 4 exclusive as far as I know. So yeah, you know, here it lives on my PlayStation. Very hard to find now, this game, unless you have like a jailbroken PS4. Then we got Transformers Devastation. This game's pretty cool. God of War 3 remastered. Best God of War in my opinion so far from the God of Wars that I've played. I got Ultra Street Fighter 4. You guys are probably wondering, oh, why didn't you get the newest one, which I think is like 6 or 7. But then that's when all this stuff comes into play. Like for example, I could have got Ultra Street Fighter 6 or 7 or whichever one that is, which is like a 40 gigabyte game, right? Or I could have stuck to Ultra Street Fighter 4, which is only an 11 gigabyte game. I could have got Marvel vs. Capcom Ultimate, which is a 40 gigabyte game, or I could have stuck with Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which is a 4 gigabyte game. You feel what I'm saying? And obviously, you know, these older titles are going to perform way better on a PlayStation 4, because I'm pretty sure even Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was like released on the PlayStation 3, so it's going to always perform better, not going to lag like on those newer titles. So just my preference. Here's a way better example though. I could have got Mortal Kombat 11, which is a 70 gigabyte game with like all of the DLCs and everything. Or I could have got Mortal Kombat XL with all the DLCs for 43 gigabytes. That's like a, I think a 30 gigabyte difference. That's 30 additional gigabytes you have to, you know, get extra games. So, you know, it's all about just managing your space. Then we got Transformers Fall of Cybertron. Definitely a dope game. Only got 3 Transformers games. And this is one of them. I wish they ported some more from the 360, or not the 360, but you know, the PlayStation 3 over here. Like, for example, even Dark of the Moon or something like that, Revenge of the Fallen. Then we got Kung Fu Panda Showdown. One thing I don't like about the items flow menu is it doesn't display the full title, but whatever, I guess. This is Kung Fu Panda Showdown of Legendary Legends or something like that. If you guys never seen this game before, just imagine Super Smash Bros, but with Kung Fu Panda characters. Definitely a dope game. And I had this on my 360 too, so it's cool to see it on the PlayStation 4. Got Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto Vice City. Yes, I could have got, you know, the definitive edition, but the remasters aren't that big of a deal to me, and they're way bigger games, so I just stuck with the smaller ones, you know. Then we got Bully, Mortal Kombat XL, Galaga, just an OG arcade game. My dad loves Galaga, so I had to get it for him. Unfortunately, I can't put my PlayStation in the living room though, obviously, because, you know, if I unplug it, then it'll take that away. Uno, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, dope game, super dope. Everybody's Golf, which is just like a golf game. Pretty cool to have if the family comes over or friends come over, which is very rare occasions for me. Like I said, don't have too many friends or anybody that wants to play games with me. Then I got Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2, which, by the way, I probably should have mentioned. All of my games have their proper DLCs. They have all the DLCs available for the games. So, you know, like Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 has, I think it's called a Super Saiyan Broly. I'm not sure, but has the Super Saiyan Broly DLC. You know, I just saw the Broly movie. Fire, definitely. I'm not a fan of anime, but I do like movies, so I was willing to watch the movies. Broly's definitely my favorite character. So yeah, all my video games on here that you see on here have the DLCs. So for example, Mortal Kombat XL has all of the DLCs. Injustice 2 Legendary Edition already has all the DLCs. That's why it's the Legendary Edition. So there's no additional DLCs for that one. But like, let's say Lego Star Wars, all the DLCs right there. Sorry, I just got a text message. All the DLCs for that game. Lego Marvel Superheroes, all the DLCs for that game and all the updates. Even something like Monopoly, I have all the DLCs for it. Or Uno, have all the DLCs for Uno. We go to Ratchet and Clank. On the Ratchet and Clank, I was even able to get the pre-order DLC, so that's pretty cool. We take God of War Ragnarok. I have all the DLCs for God of War Ragnarok, including Valhalla and the pre-order DLCs. So yeah, you guys get the gist at that point. I have all the DLCs for every game. Now going back, I got Tekken 7. Tekken 7 is a 40 gigabyte game. I was gonna try to get like Tekken 6 to see if it was a smaller game, but they don't have Tekken 6 for the PlayStation 4. Then I have Family Fun Pack Conquest Edition. I just realized that I haven't deleted Monopoly. So pretty much Family Fun Pack Conquest Edition is like, it's just like a game board pack. It has Scrabble, Battleships, and it has one other one, but it also has Monopoly. So I had Monopoly, but I decided to just get this since it has Monopoly inside of it, you know? So I thought it'd be cooler to have. Then we got Marvel Pinball. Super dope game. You know, pinball is an all-time classic video game to have, arcade game, always fun game to have, always like a go-to game to play if you're bored. Just play pinball. You know how you can't beat pinball, you know, it's a classic. And then Marvel Pinball, I decided to get Marvel Pinball and not like the Pinball FX game because I have Marvel Pinball on my 3DS. So it's like a game I was already familiar with. Then we got Sackboy: A Big Adventure, PlayStation exclusive. Lego City Undercover, best Lego game to exist in my opinion. Goat Simulator, classic game, had to get it. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy, dope game. So the Insane Trilogy is pretty much the first 3 Crash Bandicoot games remastered. Definitely dope. God of War 2018. Now, people are gonna hate me for this, but I was definitely disappointed with the storyline in my opinion. I feel like it was, I wouldn't say it's overrated, but I feel like it was definitely mid in my opinion. Maybe it's just like playing God of War 3, I wanted to like kill a bunch of gods in the game, you know, because I thought that was super dope. And then God of War 2018, it was just like, I don't know, man. Like, you know, you're walking up a mountain and then you see some black smoke and then you're like, oh, you got to travel to Timbuktu 3 realms, then come back and then clear the black smoke that you could have just blown away with your breath. And then you're like, oh, okay, well then there's this wall blocking our entrance, so we got to travel back another 300 realms, then come back. I'm like, bro, oh my God, can we just do this story? Like, it's kind of pissing me off, but it's whatever. Got Jack and Daxter from the PS2. Bloons Tower Defense 5, because why not? Lego Marvel Superheroes 2. All-time classic was Lego Marvel Superheroes, so I decided to get the next one, number 2. L.A. Noire, definitely a great game. Have it on my 360. Decided to get on the PlayStation 4. Injustice 2 Legendary Edition. Legendary Edition comes with all of DLCs. Marvel Spider-Man, which is a PlayStation exclusive. Dope game. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, dope game. SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, which is pretty much the remastered version. Dope game. Love the, you know, beautiful bright and vibrant colors. Nickelodeon Kart Racers. I decided, you know, I gotta have at least one racing game on here. Then we have God of War Ragnarok. Garfield Lasagna Party, which is like Mario Party but with Garfield. Definitely don't know what that is. Don't know how that even got there. Item Flows store, the homebrew store, PS4 tool set. We got God of War 2 for the PS2. God of War for the PS2. Ice Age 2 for the PS2. Dope game. Got Grand Theft Auto 3 for the PS2. Midnight Club 3 Dub Edition for the PS2. Dope game to see, be able to see this live on the PlayStation 4. You know, if you guys don't know, on the PlayStation 4, Midnight Club does not exist. You know, you cannot get Midnight Club on the PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 5. You would have to get the PlayStation 3 to be able to play any Midnight Club game. So that's unfortunate. You know, even the Xbox Series X, which I still gotta make a video on, has backwards compatibility for Midnight Club Los Angeles Complete Edition, which you guys see in the top right corner of my game collection. Well, I only have like my favorite games up there, but yeah, you guys see Call of Duty Black Ops and Midnight Club Los Angeles. That's why I don't understand the hate for the Xbox Series X, when I would say it definitely has better backwards compatibility, you know. But it is what it is. Sega Superstar Tennis, definitely a game I've always been in love with because it came with my Xbox 360 back when I bought it, when it came out. When the 360 came out, it came with this game and arcade disc. And Sega Superstar Tennis has just always been a good game to me, and I've always loved the game. And I remember my original copy to it was really, I don't know what happened to my original copy, and I'm sure all you guys have similar stories to that. You know, either you gave your game to a friend or a family member, they never gave it back, or something like that. In this case, my game got really scratched. I even had a dude in my a very good fan of mine who said that his game or his Nintendo Wii he gave to a family member and they never gave it back, so that sucks. Then, like I said, Super Mario 64 that they unofficially ported to the PS2, and here it is. So yeah, that's really it for my game collection. Hope you guys liked looking at this. So I know what you guys are thinking. Oh, he forgot to do the shout out. Okay, well honestly I did, like as I was recording this video, like in the moment. But I'm editing the video right now, so I did add his name to the book. I want to give a big shout out to Mikolo LV. This dude is one of my second top commenters, right next to the first guy, Voltrical. And this dude, I just want to give a big shout out to him because this dude watches all of my videos, and I can tell that he's subscribed to me for mainly my fashion videos, but he'll even watch videos like my Wii video. And something I like about this guy, he has like this signature saying. Every comment he leaves, he always says much love at the end. So Mikolo, bro, I'm leaving much love to you back at the end of the day. And I can't wait till one day look back at this notebook in like 2034 and just give you another shout out, you know. And I greatly appreciate you, bro. I don't know if Mikolo is your real name, but that's a dope name.
People used to call me Miklo because they say I look like Miklo from Blood In Blood Out, and I'm like, bro, I don't have blue eyes and blonde hair, but whatever. But anyways, bro, Miklo, much love, bro, and I hope you have a good one. Anyways, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace. How the fuck do I stop this